Hello, this is going to be called part 2 from a video I had no intention of following up on from about a month ago regarding PlayTV and its functionality on the latest firmware from Sony on the PS3, which is 4.91 in 2024. I'm now making this second video because I've been so interested in PlayTV not working properly that I've spent the past month doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things to try and understand what's wrong with it. And I've now cracked it, and I now understand exactly why PlayTV isn't working. And this is what this video is going to demonstrate. So if there are other people out there interested in still using PlayTV on their PlayStation 3, this video should allow them, allow you guys to do that. So what we've got is, I'll just get the camera to move down a bit here. A month ago I was on a fat PlayStation. Now I'm now on a slim PlayStation because my original fat PlayStation was failing on me. So this is now the replacement machine for that previous console. I had to do a data transfer and all sorts of things to get this up to the same stage as the previous machine was. But other than that, it's still running the latest firmware and it's still my profile and all the rest of it. I've got the breakout box for PlayTV down here to hand, and it will become obvious why I've got it to hand as I show you how to get PlayTV working. So the next thing is I'll start up PlayTV. So just load that up. That'll take a couple of minutes. And while that's loading up, I'll just talk it through you. So what I've found is you can get PlayTV to work, and it doesn't really matter what firmware version you're on, as it turns out, because I've now tried this on various different firmware versions on other consoles. But I'm just demonstrating this because most people will be running the latest firmware on their PS3. So this is on the latest firmware as an example, but it shouldn't matter what firmware version you're on. When you come to settings and you go into here and you go down, when it comes to setup, you have the option to channel scan. Now I'm going to do a channel scan here, and you can see the performance of what happens on this particular aerial signal on my setup here, and it will be important for you to be able to recognize what's happening during the channel scan. I'll try and talk you through it the best I can as it's happening live, because I've now done some experimentation and I've got some results on a printout which I will show you towards the end of this video, and you'll be able to relate those findings to the results of this channel scan and how it happens. So I'll start the channel scan now and I'll talk you through it as it happens. So channel scan, yes, I want to do a full channel scan. Okay. So if you just watch how many channels are found and keep an eye on the percentage of the way along as this bar fills up, I think from memory it's about sort of like 12% or something. We'll start getting some channels in. So it's 6%. This will take a few minutes. Still progressing. 8%, 10%. Come on, 12%. There you go. Now there's a signal here. It's down in the 60s. Just remember that. It's not very good signal. 60 is a bit pathetic. And then eventually it'll decide it's found some channels. There you go, 26 channels found. Now progressing up to 18, 20%. Still at 26. Still no signal here. Still thinking about it, 22%. 24%. Still no signal down here. 26%. 28, 30. It'll start going a bit faster now, hopefully. 32, 34, 36. Now this is where it hesitates, because you get 100% here for a period of time and it sticks at 36 for a while, and then it'll move on quickly. There you go, it's now jumped up, more channels found, 42%. Now it's coming down to 97%. This is what I think is a more real signal on my aerial rather than 100%. But anyway, and it'll drop down a little bit. It's still increasing. Channel numbers are still coming up. 93, 95, hovering around. It's quite good. It was a little bit worse yesterday compared to today, but still channels going up. 48%, 89%. That was typical from yesterday as well. It'll add some more channels based on this as well. 43, 170, 82%. Still adding channels. 80, 185, 55. Now from this point forward, it'll go all the way along and it won't find any more channels. I've done this that many times, I know that. So it'll say a channel's found 185 here, but some of those will be duplicates. So when it gives you the summary page, it won't show 185, it'll show 165 channels. Just let it complete and you'll see for yourself. There you go. Now there's a summary page. So total channels found 165, even though it was 185 beforehand, because some of them will be duplicates. So it's I think it throws away the duplicates. Out of the 165, you've got 97 TV channels, 31 radio channels, and 37 other channels, which seems to be these channels that you can go in and you can subscribe to and pay for and stuff like that. What I've found is, if I now continue and go into PlayTV, much like part 1 of this video series, you'll get, it varies a bit, but you'll get maybe somewhere between 3 and 8 minutes of watching television or doing anything within PlayTV, even if you're just going through the menus and looking to see what's on or looking at the settings. It doesn't matter what you're doing within PlayTV, within 3 to 8 minutes. Typically, I haven't had it longer. I've had it up to 50 minutes in the past through all my experiments. It'll eventually then crash. In order to not have PlayTV crash on you and be usable, you need to reduce the number of channels that you find. So I'm going to now do a rescan, and what I'm going to do is, before I do a rescan, if you bring the camera down here, this breakout box, I'm going to pull out the coax cable completely. Right, so the coax cable is completely out, only the USB. So PlayTV is still quite happy because the USB is still connected to the console. So now, instead of continuing, because I know that will result in a PlayTV crash, I'm going to go circle and say rescan. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the 36% where it hesitated previously. See, it goes a lot faster when there's nothing to look for. Once it gets to 37%, I'm going to stick, oh, I've missed it a little bit there, 42%. I've stuck the coax cable in there, so it starts reading from where I was getting 97% signal. And if I've done it just at the right time, what we should find is that the channels found, I can't remember what number it comes up here, but on the summary page, channels found will hopefully be 131, which is much less than the 165 previously. This is the only way you can have PlayTV not find as many channels as what's available. There's no other mechanism for this. You can't delete channels once it's found them or anything like that. So there you go, channels found 131. It'll probably now not find anything else beyond 50 odd percent, and never normally does. Just let it finish. It should go up quite quickly in the last portion now. There we go. Just let it see the summary page. There you go. So we've got a total channel count of 131, out of which we've now got 70 TV channels, 24 radio channels, and still 37 other channels. Now, if I say X on that and continue to accept that, right now we're not interested in TV anymore because this service has been shut down by Sony in 2019. So always say no to that, just to stop PlayTV even trying to access the internet to talk to TV because it's not even there anymore. So just say no. And then that's it. We can now do anything that we want to do within PlayTV. You can watch TV, you can look through what you've recorded. I've not recorded anything right now. You can look, you still browse to see, it's still populating here, but you can browse to see what else is on the TV. You can go to any channel you want. you'll just have to trust me. I'm not going to have this all filmed again because you saw what happened on the first video, but trust me, now PlayTV will work. It will not crash on you. It will just work. You can do anything you want with it, and you can record everything like that. Everything will be stable. Your findings might be slightly different from mine according to your aerial reception, but just so you can compare to what this aerial reception is like, I've created this printout here. So if that just gets zoomed into, we'll just hover over that for a little bit, so you can pause the video anytime and you can read the details from that if you're interested. But I did a multiple set of tests, and all the red ones signify the result of being a crash. So after the full scanning, which is what we did the first time, 165 channels, that will result in PlayTV being unstable and it will crash. I also tried plugging the coax cable in between 22% and 100%. That got me 159 channels, and it was still resulting in an unstable PlayTV, and it crashed. The next one, I had it plugged in between 0 and 24%, and then I pulled it back out again, and I plugged it back in between 37 and 100%. That results in 137 channels. That still results in a crash. The missing channels, I was interested during that period where you get 100% signal. It's a very small amount of channels, only 26 channels. That's also okay because the channel count's still low, but there's hardly any channels to play with. So what you've just seen me demonstrate on the second channel scan was the best formula, where you plug it in at 37% to 100%, you get 131 channels, and it's still okay. You get the most amount of channels, and all the important ones are there. I looked to see what was missing from these ones here that you don't get within these ones, and really the only channel that I personally would have been interested in would have been great movies. Which, if you wanted to record something in great movies or watch something in great movies, you just have to do a channel scan through that period there to get these 26 channels just for that channel there, and then you'd have to rescan it again to get all these other channels back again the next time you want to get access to all the BBCs, ITVs, E4s, Film 4, all the rest of them from there. But you can read that at your own leisure in the video if you pause it. Hopefully you can read that over the TV screen. But that is the secret to getting PlayTV working. Don't let it find all the channels that it will find in 2024. I think roughly the cutoff for PlayTV is around 132 channels, or maybe 135 channels, because anything over that, certainly over 131, results in PlayTV being unstable and it crashes. And when it doesn't crash, you can do anything you want with it, and you can quit out PlayTV perfectly naturally, and it won't cause your PlayStation to crash anymore. That's the secret to getting PlayTV working in 2024. Hopefully, some of you out there will have enjoyed this video and you'll find it useful, just as I have, because I actually still use PlayTV. So you can leave your comments below if you feel that you want to. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.